Today, Kevin and I are going to be trying a Heggies pizza. This is the Italian beef thin crust pizza. You get two. So we bought this at Costco. It was $17.99, but that's only $9 per pizza. And so Kevin and I reviewed several of the Heggies pizzas. We bought those at Costco as well, and they were really good. So when I saw the Italian beef, it's like, we have to get that. That's a no-brainer. So one of these will go back in the freezer, and then we're going to cook one. We're going to bake one. So it says, keep frozen until ready to cook. Remove pizza from wrapper and cardboard before cooking. Check pizza often as oven temperatures and cook times will vary. Always cook to an internal temperature of 160 degrees Fahrenheit, 71 degrees Celsius. Allow pizza to cool at least 2 minutes before eating to avoid injury. Preheat the oven to 450 degrees. Place pizza directly on center oven rack. Bake until cheese is golden brown and internal temperature is 160 degrees. We already read that. Okay, for 19 to 22 minutes. Okay, so I wonder if this is the same as what's on the box. Let's see. 320 calories for 5 servings. 320 for 5 servings, yeah. So that's good. They put it on here. I guess just in case you take it out of the box and you just keep this part up in the freezer, like if you don't have room for that box or something, that's why they put that on there. So
those little peppers, they're called Sweety Drop?
Sweety Drop Peppers.
Never heard of those.
Never heard of those. Yeah, can't say that I've had a Sweety Drop Pepper. But
they're not sweaty drops.
Yeah, as long as it's not sweaty. Okay, so we're going to put it in. I'm going to set the timer for 20 minutes. But then if we can go to 22, I would rather leave it to 22, but I'll let you know how long we leave it when it comes out. We ended up leaving the pizza in the oven for 20 minutes, so we didn't go any longer. If I had gone longer, it may have scorched a little bit, but for us, this is perfect. I like it to where the center, you can see right in the center, it's a little toasty. Yeah, I would rather have it like that than completely white. I want to see it a little bit toasty, but it looks really good. On the back of the box, it says, we got our start serving the work hard, play hard folks of northern Minnesota's local taverns and fishing lodges. The sort of places where if you don't already know each other, you will by closing time. And where conversations only slow down when Heggies arrives square cut and piping hot. Our fans in those days and today have become our story. They spread the word that our pizzas were good and not just frozen pizza good. Good. Thin crust, heavy toppings, quality ingredients. We still use the same recipes as the early days and hand assemble our pies in Minnesota, just down the road from the garage where it all started. Okay, so this, like I said, there's 5 servings in the container. It's 320 calories for 5 servings. So for half the pizza, it's going to be 800 calories. And so this has sliced beef, Giardiniera, Sweety Drop Peppers, and a blend of mozzarella and provolone cheeses.
It's all got other stuff on there too. It looks like it has like celery or okra and a jalapeno or something. There's other things on there for sure.
That
looks like a carrot.
That's what I was going to say. I think I got a carrot.
I think that's a carrot. Sure looks like a carrot.
Do you think we got a carrot? I don't know.
Could be a pepper.
It does look like a carrot. It's probably not a carrot. Anyway, I don't know.
It has celery on it, so.
I know. It looks like there's a lot more than what the description says. Okay.
I like that beef. It's like a.
Oh, that's very different.
I was expecting it to be like a ground beef, but it's not. It's like sliced or shaved beef, like you get on a sandwich, like a fillet or something. It's got some spice to it too. Did you get some spicy, like burn your throat?
No, not yet.
They got something in there. Yeah, I love that beef. It's nice.
I do too, but I'm gonna say something so weird and random because I do that sometimes. When things, you know, I'm just gonna tell you, I like it a lot, but it reminds me of vegetable soup on a pizza. Like I make
I can
a
kind of
roast.
see that. It's kind of meaty and.
I make roast for a vegetable soup, but once I've made the roast, I cut it up and I put tomato, a can of tomato paste. I put crushed tomatoes. I put the juice from the roast, of course, but then I put all those vegetables in there.
Mm-hmm.
And that juice from the vegetable soup is delicious. That tastes like that juice.
No, I can see that because it's that beefy kind of meat flavor that I'm getting more, and the tomato, and it's got the peppers in there too. You know, I got that first bite that was kind of hot on my throat, but I haven't got it since then. I don't know if maybe I got a little piece of jalapeno or not sure.
No, I have that now.
Yeah.
I got that too. There is.
But I'll have it after that.
There's definitely something that I just ate that has a kick to it.
And it's not those little red peppers because I ate one of those.
I think it's
Those little
that.
drops. Yeah, I think it's the little jalapenos. They look like jalapenos. I like that. I like the beef topping on it. I like the flavor of everything. I do agree. I think it's got like a little piece of celery and stuff in there. I think that's adding to that vegetable soup kind of flavor. The vegetables they put on it.
I do think it's delicious, and I'm glad we got a box of two.
Yeah,
I'm glad we have another one of these to enjoy.
And now I like their 6-pack better.
I do
it's
too.
Got different meats.
But they didn't have that at
They
Costco.
didn't have it. No.
It's so funny. At Costco, when we first reviewed them, we reviewed the 6-pack and which you would think would be like a pack of 6 pizzas. It wasn't. It was a 6-pack.
6 meats.
Yes. Or we reviewed the breakfast pizza, which both of them were good. But now, this time at Costco, they had this pizza, which my lips are even tingling now. They had this Italian pizza, and they had the breakfast pizza again, but then they also had a margarita pizza.
With a cauliflower crust.
With a cauliflower crust. First of all, number one, before I even knew it had a cauliflower crust, I said I'm just not interested in the mozzarella pizza or margarita. The margarita pizza. I'm just not interested in a margarita pizza. For me, it's a very plain, and I know a lot of people like it, but it's a plainer pizza. And then Kevin said it has a cauliflower crust.
Well, I was looking at.
I definitely don't want that.
I was looking at to see. Well, maybe it has something different than just a traditional margarita. Maybe it has something, spicier. To see if you were still interested. I saw cauliflower. I was like, well, I'm not interested now.
No.
I've never had a pizza that had a cauliflower crust that didn't taste like cauliflower. Never.
No matter what people tell you, people will try to convince you, oh, you can't taste the cauliflower.
I've always been able to.
They're lying. They're lying to you. You can taste the cauliflower and it's not good.
I can at least. She can. If you can't, then more power to you. I can. Every time. That's really good. I'm resisting the urge to sit here and munch on more.
Oh, no, I'm just enjoying it.
It's very good.
The crust is really good. I like it that it's a thin crust. Let me tell you what we did end up doing. It was about the 15-minute mark. And I looked in the oven and it started getting
Which means it had like 5 or 6 more minutes.
Yeah, because I set the timer for 20. So about 15 minutes, I started smelling it. So I looked in the oven and the edge started getting really, really brown.
But the cheese wasn't quite
right.
melty.
In the middle, the cheese wasn't brown at all. It was still white. And I know that we like our cheese darker. So what we did was we took a cookie sheet and we put a piece of parchment paper because it had already baked for 15 minutes. We put a piece of parchment paper on a cookie sheet and Kevin just transferred it with a spatula over to that parchment paper. Yeah. And then we let it bake for 5 more minutes, just 5 more minutes on the parchment paper. And this is how it came out.
On a baking sheet.
On a baking sheet, on a cookie sheet. Yeah, a cookie sheet. So 20 minutes was perfect for us, but I do agree with what they said that oven times vary, and so you just want to check on it. You know, you might even want to set your timer for 18 minutes, or if you're not going to be around to check on it, like I was around to check on it in 15 minutes, if you're not going to be around to check on it, I would set it for a low time, and then that way you can decide what you want to do from there. But like I said, I'm glad we got 2. I think it's delicious.
And it baked perfect. Even though we transferred to that baking sheet, it's still baked really well.
It's terrific. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.